Hello, YouTube. Callidus Gamer here with another Warhammer 40k Demon Hunters, and this time a longer video. But of course, YouTube, because it's acting weird, I cannot post video longer than 15 minutes for some weird reason. So I shortened it right about before 15 minutes. But anyway, in this gameplay footage, what I wanted to showcase is the exploitation of using the Callidus Assassin, which is the assassin unit named after my YouTube channel, or should I say my YouTube channel named after the assassin in Warhammer 40k. Now, this awesome female assassin that's in a skin tight BDSM suit. I know that sounds weird, and I know I sound like a gooner saying that, but this assassin it's very awesome. It literally adds nuance
Waiting
to the
for your
game.
orders.
And when I say nuance, I mean like you gotta think 3 or 4 steps ahead. And it's
Enemy
alright if
contingent
you're a little
located.
passive in terms of not actively attacking your enemy because the Caldus Assassin, what it requires is setup. You have to set her up in the proper position, and as you can see here, she's infiltrated. So right now she's infiltrating behind enemy lines, and the reason why it's showing like this weird darkness around her, like she can't see everything, is because it would be overpowered if she did saw everything. So in order to balance it out, when she's disguised, you cannot see everything. That's
Praise the
blind.
golden throne.
In other words, you're blind. Basically, I'm trying to say that. And here I'm showing off the abilities. Like you're gonna see me tapping the information button, and you see her abilities. Right now, she's disguise herself as a Nurgle follower unit, and because of that, the enemy units they think that you're one of them. Once again, awesome infiltrator, and those are her stats, her abilities, and her passive abilities, as well her auto abilities. And what I love about her is that all these abilities, as you could tell, they're purely about armor piercing, so it ignores armor. So she will definitely shred her enemies, especially enemies that are low health but high armor. And her abilities is all about stealth. Stealth and making your enemies weaker, thus killing them even more faster. Her only weakness is two
Death
things:
comes.
demons and very high health. Um, she is fantastic against organic or human followers of Norgos, especially Space Marine, because Space Marines they tend to be well armored. But her weakness is demons and high
No
health
ammunition.
enemies. So because of that, you gotta be
The
mindful of
purest
what she's
venom.
targeting here. Luckily, I'm targeting a group of enemies, as you could
Breathe your
see,
last.
and I wiped out the floor with them. The exploit in this game is basically have the Callidus Assassin disguise, push her far ahead from your other units, and when she spots enemy, the enemy in this game, they tend to be, um, best way I could say it, grouped up very tightly in the dark. And this is where it's very critical to have your Callidus disguise and push up forward. When she push up forward, she could spot them, but it won't like show them in the light. It will still be in the dark, but you could see the silhouette where they're at. And basically, in this game, there's like two modes. Just non-combat mode and combat mode. And there's an exploitation of this. The exploitation is basically when you're in non-combat mode and when you see the enemy and when you expose yourself to the enemy, in other words, show the enemy into the light, in line of sight, you enter combat mode. And when you enter combat mode, you gain a lot of AP, or it resets your
Yes,
AP.
Commander.
Thus, you get to
Clear,
still be on
wretch.
your turn and move around your units more. So the Callidus Assassin, she's literally a unit designed for this exploitation. You make her go in disguise, push forward into the dark. When you see the enemy in the silhouette, you set herself up properly in order to maximize her attack. Use her pistol, the pistol that shreds the nervous system of your enemies. It's called the Neuro Shredder. That's why it's called that way. And the pistol, it does area damage, so that means since the enemies are clustered in the dark for some reason, like they're grouped up clustered together, it is absolutely perfect for the Callidus assassin to do a sneak attack, use the Neuro Shredder, attack them all at once. But before doing that, make sure you activate immobilization ability, which prevents your enemy from moving around. And when you do that, you destroy your disguise, you reveal yourself basically, and now you enter combat phase. When you enter combat phase, you regain AP, so it's still your turn, and then you attack them repeatedly before your Neuro Shredder runs out of ammo. And this Neuro Shredder has been upgraded. Alright, this Callidus assassin that you see here, I upgraded her where some of her gear is better than the default, especially the Neuro Shredder. The Neuro Shredder does massive bonus damage against organic units, which once again, very lower accurate, that she's fantastic against humans and space marines. But of course she's kind of weak against demons. And this is where, a situation like this shines because she's fighting against Nurgle followers, Nurgle humans and space marines. And voila, I wiped out the floor with them. The Callidus Assassin is absolutely fantastic. The problem is in this game is that you only fight the Space Marine and humans in early games. So in other words, the Callidus Assassin is fantastic in early games, but when you start fighting demons and greater demons, in other words, high health demons, that's when the Callidus Assassin starts to lose his edge. But she is still useful, especially if you upgrade her gear and level her up. If you level her up and upgrade her gear, she literally does scale fantastically. But, and I say but, her weakness still stands, which is high health and demon characters. That's where other assassins, such as my most favorite assassin, the Callidus assassin, is fantastic against demons. The Evisor is fantastic against cluster of enemies that basically you could kill them all, and the Evisor is all about health management. He does sacrifice health, but he could regain those health back for every melee kill he does. And of course, the Vindicator Assassin, which by the way, just to be clear guys, the Vindicator Assassin is kind of like my least favorite, but I still like the Vindicator. Don't get me wrong. Vindicator Assassin, I still like it, but it's considered my least favorite. If I were to rank which one out of the four assassins is my favorite, the first one will be the Callidus, which is ironic because I named my YouTube channel after my second favorite, the Callidus assassin. Then it's gonna be the Evisor, and then it's the Vindicator. I still like the Vindicator, but the Vindicator is basically a sniper, and a sniper unit is very common in the Warhammer 40k universe, especially with other factions such as the Tau, the Eldar. Oh, the Eldar, they definitely have fantastic sniper units, especially the Rangers. And of course, the Imperial Guard, they have their own sniper units. So yeah, the Vinegar Assassin is not that special. Evisor is a Berserker Assassin, and of course there are many other Berserker. Callidus Assassin, super unique. It's basically a shapeshifter stealthy assassin, and you could tell that it's inspired by TF2 Spy and Mysticu, especially Mysticu from X-Men. And of course, my most favorite, the Callidus Assassin. Why is my most favorite? It's because for those of you guys who are into Warhammer 40k, you will know that the Warp, Demons, the Chaos God, Psychers, they're essentially the main character and trope of the Warhammer 40k universe. And the Callidus Assassin is basically a unit that's very powerful against it. It's an anti-psyker, anti-warp, anti-demon. And in this game, the Callidus Assassin does justice, which I will make another video showcasing my most favorite assassin unit, the Callidus Assassin. She in this game she's amazing. She literally closed down warp, which you might see a footage here where units are popping out in warp portals. She closed them. She negates the ability of Psyker, Nurgle Psychers, Chaos Psychers, and she is super deadly against demons, and it doesn't matter if they're high health. She does massive damage against demons, which is why I love the Callidus Assassin. And what's even better, since she's an anti-warp entity, is that whenever the warp starts to get stronger, the warp storm, which you see at the top of the screen, the Callidus Assassin gain massive armor, and of course, bonus critical hits and damage. Oh, sorry guys, I get a little hiccup here, but yeah, that's why I love this game. This game is really lore accurate, and despite it's a strategy game, like it may not be the cup of tea for everyone. This game I still like it because it really does add nuance, and the assassins they add even more nuance of how you play, how you engage your enemy. The only thing I dislike about this game is that, and you guys are gonna notice, is that the bots they tend to be obsessed on the offense, if that makes any sense. But here, since I'm thinking 3 steps ahead and utilizing my Callidus Assassin to the maximum peak, you're gonna see me at the end of this video achieving Bloodless achievement. I received Bloodless achievement because I maximized my Callidus Assassin, which, once again, love her. She's my second most favorite assassin, and it's the main reason why I named my YouTube channel after her. She is super well done in terms of her character and how, like, the type of assassin she is. She's basically based on Mysticute from X-Men, Black Widow from Marvel, TF2 Spy, especially TF2 Spy. If you guys think about it, TF2 Spy is actually kind of paste and copy with the Callidus Assassin. Think about it, guys. She disguises herself as the enemy, go behind enemy lines, disrupt them, just like TF2 Spy. Go behind enemy lines, just disrupt the engineer and other stuff, and backstab people. Like just like the Callidus, she has a Xenoblade, and she has a pistol, just like the TF2 Spy. Basically, I won't be surprised if TF2 Spy was the inspiration for the Callidus Assassin, or is the other way around. I'm not sure which was first, but still, you kind of could tell that one of one of each is very similar. And of course, with the shapeshifting ability, which obviously is kind of from Mystique. And you could say that her skin tight black suit is inspiration from Catwoman from DC Comics. But anyway, yeah, as you can see how I'm utilizing the Callidus Assassin, I'm utilizing her to the max because it really does make you think 3 steps or 4 steps ahead. And for those who guys don't know, Callidus Assassin in Latin means very sly, very smart, very adaptive. So that's what the Callidus Assassin is, and that's why I named my YouTube channel after her. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the background footage, and I hope you enjoy me ranting about the assassins and my favorite Warhammer 40k lore units, all that jazz. So in my next video, I will showcase the Callidus Assassin, my most favorite assassin from Warhammer 40k. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment down in the comment section below, and thank you for listening, guys. Callidus Gamer, over and out.